We got some breaking news, folks. The Detroit Lions have traded Jeff Okudah to the Atlanta Falcons for a 5th-round pick. We all seen that it was coming. We all seen that Okudah's time in Detroit was coming to an end. Yesterday, reports came out that potentially could have been a 3rd-round pick to the Rams. Nope. They're sending it to the Atlanta Falcons for a 5th-round draft pick. So the Lions are going to get some draft capital, but it's not much at all. And look, you weren't going to be able to get anything giant for Jeffrey Okudah. He's been a disappointment in Detroit the time he was here. And then last year, when he was healthy, he started out really good, but it really took a fall the second half of the season where he was getting benched. And now the Detroit Lions have the ability to pick another player in the NFL draft for a 5th-round pick. You say a 5th-round pick is terrible. Look, it's not the greatest pick in the world. You're 100% correct. But at the same time, this is Brad Holmes, and he does have the ability to acquire good talent in the 5th round. He really does. So the Lions will have another draft pick here, and I think most importantly, it saved the Detroit Lions money for the 2023 NFL season, because the money that we're paying Okudah to be a backup was just unacceptable, and it was not going to happen. I think that now them saving some money, it's a really good move for the Bucs there. And now you can really look into the NFL draft and say, look, they can get a cornerback for sure if they wanted to go at 6, or if they trade it back to 10 or 11 or at 18. It's possible. I still think it's likely that they don't go corner at 6, but potentially after that for sure. Absolutely no doubt about it, because they have another roster spot there. I think this is a good trade for both teams. First off, if you're an Atlanta Falcons fan, maybe you do get a chance to revive this guy's career. He was really good in college, and for a 5th-round pick, you're taking a flyer on a player. And if it works out, great. If it doesn't work out, great. I mean, it's literally a 5th-round draft pick. So, maybe he works out for the Atlanta Falcons. For them and for the Detroit Lions, it just wasn't working here. It just wasn't. His time in Detroit has been an absolute dumpster fire, whether it be with the media, the fans, his play on the field, injuries, all the above. He needed a new, fresh start, and the Lions needed a new, fresh start for Jeff Okudah and this football team. So I think it's a win-win move for both teams, for sure. And look, a 5th-round pick, if you're Atlanta, do you think that you could potentially get a player better than a Jeff Okudah in this upcoming draft? Maybe not. Maybe he comes in there and they put him in a different scheme. He gets some players around him. He does well. Gets some good coaches around him, and then he comes in. And for the Detroit Lions, we're really good in the draft, really good in the mid-rounds. So you're still going to get a good player because Brad Holmes is under the helm, and it gives more ammunition, I think, for the Detroit Lions to trade up as well. We're continuing to stack draft picks. Now we got 9 draft picks in this up-and-coming draft, and I think that if they want to move up, they have another draft pick if they wanted to move, say, from 6 to 3. So if they want to go, we're going to give you a 2nd-round pick and a 5th-round pick, you can go ahead and do that there. So that is an option for them. So it really opens it up. I'm happy that it happened. I'm tired of talking about it. I think everybody in Detroit's tired of talking about the Jeffrey Okudah thing. I think there just gets a point, and it's like, you know what? You just got to separate, and that's the case here. So he's going to go ahead and go to the Atlanta Falcons, and the Lions going to get some draft capital. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Grade the trade. I don't know if you could have got more. Like yesterday came out reports of a 3rd-round pick. I thought that would have been absolutely nuts, or good in a good way. I think 5th round is probably correct for both teams, but another blown draft pick by Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia. Absolute garbage people in charge of this football team, as they have no idea how to draft, and it really set this team back. But again, one of those guys is gone. The new era of Brad Holmes is really starting to take over, and we have the ability to replenish this roster with another piece. So I'm fine with it. Goodbye, Jeff Okudah. With that said, folks, adios.